The truth, as the X-Files always told us, is out there. These declassified photographs from the U.S. government's Central Intelligence Agency are sure to give you some chills. Some will make you question the things you've trusted in all your life and challenge what you've generally considered to be the truth. The government often keeps things under wraps until such time as they believe it's safe to release the information to the public. These releases often go unnoticed, which is why we've gone to work gathering some of the most shocking declassified photos. Some historical affairs are so extraordinary, you'll never read about them in conventional history books. Will summon your interest and educate you about our incredible world. A warehouse full of chemical weapons. Imagine seeing this image during the 60s when many Americans were so paranoid they built bunkers simply in case Cuba or Russia pressed the missile launch button that would instigate a nuclear war. Had it been released at the time it was taken, this image surely would have inspired dangerous levels of fear and paranoia. Luckily for the American public, the CIA kept this image a secret. It shows Russian officers in a storehouse filled with synthetic weapons during the Cold War. China's secret telescope. The secret is out. China has been named the world's next extraordinary superpower. This 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope, FAST, allegedly has the world's most powerful signal. It can catch a wide range of radio signs, even those that are 1,000 light-years away. Some experts have claimed that this base is almost certainly an ionosphere regulator that could likewise control the climate. The radio telescope appeared in The Search for Intelligent Life on Earth, an episode of National Geographic Channel's Cosmos, Possible Worlds. The first nuclear test. A photograph of an assembly line laborer adjacent to a colossal machine may not cause a stir. However, look once more. This uncommon photograph was taken in 1945 in the desert of New Mexico. What you believe is a plant is really where the United States Army carried out its Trinity project. Trinity was the code name of the first ever detonation of a nuclear weapon. The Fat Man? Let's make it clear, the Fat Man has nothing to do with obesity. Rather, it was the code name given to the bomb that was dropped by the U.S. on the 9th of August, 1945, over the Japanese city of Nagasaki. This rare image is a piece of history that everybody should see. This is how the bomb looked before it devastated Nagasaki and ruined the lives of so many Japanese citizens. The mysteries of the American military truly are terrifying. John McCain as a prisoner of war. This is a photograph taken in Vietnam when the late Senator John McCain was being removed from the water by Vietnamese residents just after his plane was shot down by a missile. McCain was a U.S. aviator who was stationed in Vietnam during the war. When his plane went down and smashed in a waterway in Hanoi, Vietnam, local people saved his life, but since he was technically the enemy, they had to take him to jail. This photograph was taken in 1967, JFK moments before he was assassinated. This image of the 35th U.S. President John F. Kennedy shows him alive and happy just before he was shot by an assassin in Dallas, Texas. The president is displayed in this image with his wife, Jacqueline. This recently declassified picture is said to also show one of the professional killer's associates, but this detail is yet to be officially confirmed. JFK was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. The official version of his killing expresses that the murder was the work of a single individual. However, the rumors surrounding this picture suggest that others may have been involved. Cages for children. This strange photo shows a snippet of what life was like in the 20s and 30s. Some experts at the time decided that it would be good for a baby's health to be exposed to the outside air. The idea was that this would toughen them up mentally while giving their immune systems a workout. As wild as this looks, it was standard practice for many parents in those days. These were most popular among parents who lived in apartments and didn't have gardens for the children to explore. Their popularity died off as concerns for child safety grew. Queen Elizabeth in the military service. Relatively few individuals realize that the Queen did military service for the British government. Her grandkids, William and Harry, followed suit, both serving in the British forces. This declassified picture shows Queen Elizabeth wearing the military uniform of the Women's Auxiliary Service. In February of 1945, the Queen was elected as an honorary second subaltern. She trained as a mechanic and driver and was promoted as honorary junior commander. Construction of the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was constructed with very little preparation or planning. This recently exhibited picture shows development was rapid, isolating West Berlin from East Berlin in just 2 weeks back in 1961. The structure ushered in the beginning of the Cold War, coinciding with the split between the United States and Russia. The barrier included watchtowers along huge cement walls, joined by a wide region that contained anti-vehicle channels and beds of nails. The Berlin Wall remained in place until 1989, the last moon landing. Some people couldn't get their heads around the fact that the last moon landing happened in 1972, and none has been done since. In this declassified image of Apollo 17, we can see the last mission to ever land on the surface of the moon. In spite of technological advances in space travel, no mission has made it to the moon since. This detail further fuels conspiracy theorists who imagine that no mission ever made it to the moon. Osama bin Laden in happier time. Before Osama, bin Laden was tagged as the most wanted terrorist in the world. He had an ordinary life with his loved ones. This declassified photograph of Osama shows him on a vacation in Germany with his entire family. Though they look like a happy, colorful crew, it's been reported that Osama already held extremist views at this time. This claim has been contested by members of his family, so the truth is not all that clear. However, it is known that a rift between close family members had already formed at the time this picture was taken. The arrest of Saddam Hussein. This declassified picture of former Iraqi President Saddam Hussein was taken when American forces captured him in his underground refuge. This was the image presented to then U.S. President George W. Bush to confirm that the mission had been a triumph. Saddam was caught by U.S. forces on the 13th of December, 2003 through Operation Red Dawn. Named after the film Red Dawn 1984, this dramatic operation led the U.S. military to a tiny 6x 8-foot underground dugout in Ad-Dar, Iraq. This is where Hussein was hiding.